Hi, everybody. How are we doing today? It's been a long day for me personally. We're going to make it work. Let me know what you're working on in the chat. I'm just getting my stuff pulled up. We've got a couple of people, looks like. Hi, Chloe. Is it Chloe or Chloe? Like, what would you like me to call you? I don't want to just call you by Glow with Chloe. Looks like you're going to be working on re-outlining your debut novel, Project Skates, as finished first draft 1. Really want to start edits for draft 2. Very exciting. Very, very exciting. Chloe, got it. Okay, I will call you Chloe. How long have you been working on Project Skates? I am going to be drafting today, and I might actually pause working on my draft to outline a video that I'm trying to work on this week. I've been putting it off because it's a hard topic. So I don't want to it's like one of those topics where it could be taken the wrong way, and I don't want it to be taken the wrong way. So I'm trying to be very careful with the words that I'm using, I guess, in the little script. So just a little bit of writer's block on that front. 2 months. Wow. It's a while. Well, I know you said you're re-outlining, but have you already started writing? Or are you drafting? What's the deal there? Sorry, I found a little hair on my desk. I'm playing with it. I fidget sometimes. Well, a lot of the time. Give people a couple little bit more time to kind of filter in here before we get started. So if you have any questions or anything you want to ask, or if you're ready to just jump into a sprint, let me know. I'm just getting my stuff set up here. You've been outlining this whole the 2 months. Is it like a really long outline, or is it just kind of like beat by beat? My outline was almost 20,000 words, so I get a good long outline for sure. I'm thinking we can just go ahead and just jump right into a sprint. How do you feel about that? Are you ready? Because I am feeling ready. I need to get some work done today. This project is kind of like eating me alive. I'm not going to lie. It's really, really not in my wheelhouse. I'm definitely like pushing my skills in with this project. So I'm struggling a lot with like word choice and just making sure everything flows properly. But I mean, it's still first draft, so I don't really need to be so picky about it. But I am being really picky. A 3-sentence plot line for each chapter. Let's do it. All right. So I am doing the spin the wheel thingy. If you would like to throw a guess in the chat with like our potential sprint length, please feel free to do so. I feel like we're going to land on 35 personally. So throw your guesses in the chat. Let me know. Chloe says 45 minutes. Anybody else want to venture a guess? Kingston says 40. Okay, so we've got a 45 and a 40 and a 35. All right, I'm going to give you 5 seconds. We'll go ahead and spin the wheel, and then we'll get started on that first sprint. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 25. Nobody got it. A nice little warm-up sprint. Hi, Kingston. It's nice to see you too. How are you doing? Are you going to be working on homework again tonight? All right, I'm going to get the timer pulled up here. Give me just a second. All right. Let's go ahead and jump right into this first sprint. Good luck, everybody. How did everybody do? Tell me about what you're working on if you've popped in during the sprint, and also, yeah, let me know how you did. I finally feel like I'm in the proper place and headspace to write today. I've wrote 282 words during that sprint. I don't know if all the words are words that I'm happy with, but it's okay because it's just the first draft. I always have to remind myself of that. It's just the first draft. Kingston says it was good. Yes, I will continue on homework. I'm doing great actually because I had a great day at school and it feels good to be 18 today. Oh yeah, that's right. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to Kingston. Let's all put some birthday cake emojis in the chat for Kingston. It is his birthday today. Chloe got 2 handwritten pages of everything that needs to happen in draft 2. That is fantastic. It sounds like you made some excellent progress. Great job. I'm glad everybody is wishing Kingston happy birthday. It's awesome. We've got someone else here, Elizabeth. Elizabeth, do you want to tell us what you're working on? You don't have to go into any super big detail or anything. Also, if you guys want last lines, let me know. I'm happy. It was a dialogue line, so let me know if you would like to hear the last line. If not, we can maybe do like a little trivia or something, or maybe just like a random question before we jump into the next sprint. Yes, last line. Okay, so we've got one taker here. All right, so my last line, no context. The last line is, "You're the one we're not meant to speak to." The boy says, his voice sharp, "Go away." That's the last line. I hate giving last lines without context, so I'll explain what's going on in this scene. Basically, my main character is going into this place called the Mirkwood it's like north of where she lives. And it's a dangerous place, very dangerous. People go missing all of the time there, and especially children, specifically children. And she sees a child playing in the field that breaks up the Mirkwood from like the city where she lives, and tells him that he's not supposed to be there. And yeah, she's kind of a leper in town, so she that's why he says you're the one we're not meant to speak to. The last thing I wrote out of context: excited as they never have to deal with this society again, or so they thought. Ooh, okay. I love that. Elizabeth is working on chapter 35 in a psychic portal transhuman book. I'm trying to figure out how to finish the book. Yeah, that's that's a lot. That's a lot going in there. But you're in chapter 35, so it sounds like you've put in some like really decent work into it. Do you know how many chapters you have left? Are you like pretty close to the end? And also, are you a plotter or pantser? Because that makes a huge difference. Because it sounds like you're maybe more of a pantser if you're just trying to figure out how to finish the book. Unless you've like gone off your outline. 7 or 8 chapters left. Okay. I'm a pantser, yeah. Yeah, those it's really hard when you're a pantser to like think of those things on the fly. And then it has to all make sense to what you've already written. Sometimes it's hard to remember that if you're not writing it down like in an outline. Hopefully you can figure out how to finish it the sprint though, or on the stream. That would be really cool. Constantly going off outline. I am going to do my best not to do that. But it's so much work to my outline. Like, it literally took me 2 months just to outline this project. So I'm hoping that I don't have that same problem, but I probably will, Chloe. If it was close, I would be like, finally, almost done. Elizabeth says, I know where I'm going. I just have to figure out how to get there. Yeah, that's a difficult spot to be in. That's where I was at when I was finishing my first draft project Daydream. I always felt like I was writing myself into corners, even though I knew where I wanted it to go. I was like writing myself into these spaces that were really hard to maneuver out of. Hopefully that makes any sense. How are we feeling? Do we want to do like a trivia question? Do we want to do a random question, or should we jump back into our sprints? How do we feel? It's the first book in a trilogy I'm working on, but the second book follows different characters than the first, and the third book follows the characters met in book 1. Ooh, okay. Are you, oh, you said it's a trilogy. I was just about to ask you, are you doing like a 4th book? Why? It's a trilogy. It's been a long day, you guys. I've been working all day, like the busiest day at work for me this week so far. So if I'm a little scatterbrained and weird, that's why. Kingston says, don't worry, Elizabeth, you will do great on finishing the book. Trivia question, please. Okay, Kingston wants trivia. Thank you, Kingston. And I hope your birthday has been amazing. Yes, I also hope your birthday has been amazing, Kingston. All right, we want a trivia question. I am going to look it up because I don't have trivia cards. I feel like I should get some, because these live streams are going to be more regular now. I feel like I need to get like some fun games for us to play, you know? Let's see. Should we do something hard or something like light and easy? It's currently 10 past midnight here in the UK. Where in the UK are you at, if you don't mind me asking, Chloe? I just took a little vacation there back in March to London, and I stayed with a friend in Hemel Hempstead in this really cute pub. My first time ever going there. It was beautiful. I loved it. Of course, and thanks. Oh, 7 p.m. in Virginia. 7 p.m. in Virginia, 6 p.m. in Wisconsin. It's also 6 p.m. here in Iowa. I'll say easy to start off. Okay. All right. Kingston says easy. So we'll do an easy trivia question. Let's see. These are like really, really easy. Okay. What is the name of the largest ocean on Earth? Chloe lives 7 hours away from London. Yeah, there's a lot in the UK to be seen, I think. It's like such a small area, but there's so much to see and do, in my opinion, like way more so than in my state, which sounds weird to say, but I'm pretty sure the UK can fit in my state, like just all together. So I feel like there should be a lot of things to do here too, but there's really not. All right, so we've got our answers locked in. Pacific, Pacific. I guess I'll go Pacific because I can't remember. Everybody got it right. It's Pacific. I live near the Angel of the North. Ah, okay. I'll have to look that up. Let me look that up real quick. Because I don't know what that means. Angel of the North. Northeast England. Ooh, okay. That would be cool to see. Love that. Yeah, I think there's not really any landmarks where I'm from, so it's like hard to. Well, I guess there are landmarks. So there is this place called the Shrine of the Grotto of the Redemption in my state. I have actually never been there, but you can look it up if you want. It's interesting. I guess there are little things to see, but there's really not a whole lot to see in my state. It's a pretty boring place. I feel like I would have to go somewhere else to see anything that I haven't seen a million times. So, and I feel like in places like England and just like abroad in general, this could be just me being like because I'm from here. I don't know, but I just feel like there's a lot more cultural spots to see, a lot more museums to go to than things that I can easily access where I'm at. So Durham Road, my mother was a Durham of Virginia though, so I'm sure there's a connection somewhere way down the line of ancestors. Probably. I would probably say so. I really want to visit America. It's on my bucket list. There are a lot of things to see here. There definitely are. I live in like the Midwest, and in the Midwest, it's just a lot of farms, a lot of farming towns. Even I live in the capital of the state that I live in, and it's still really small. There's like 250,000 people. We've got some museums, but they're not really they're not big museums. Like you could see them in an hour. It's very, very small, mostly corn. It's not super exciting. Like for me to see anything, I would have to probably drive to like Chicago or something if I wanted to go to a nice museum, or like an art center, because we have an art center here, but it's really small. There's not really a whole lot to do. But you should definitely come to visit America. There's tons of really cool things to see here. I would recommend the Northwest, obviously like California, and a lot of things. There's a lot of stuff on the East Coast too to see, if you're interested in like the history of the United States as well. Let's see. I used to farmland. Oh, that's cool. That's really cool. I've never been a farmer. I just live in a farm state. America is great. I recommend going to downtown Madison, Wisconsin first. Yeah, interesting. I am close to Wisconsin. So, but I don't think I've only ever been there once, and it was to the airport. And the only thing I did was try on a cheesehead hat. So, and that was a really long time ago. So I should definitely make a trip up there, just to kind of see some Wisconsin. Thanks for the recommendation, of course. All right, how do we feel about jumping into another sprint, you guys? I am ready to go. I feel like I got a lot done on the last sprint. I want to kind of see how far this can take me. Would love to visit Nashville and see the White House. Yeah, Nashville sounds like a lot of fun, honestly. I've heard they have really good food, and the music is obviously. All right. So, what are our guesses going to be? Kingston is thinking 40 minutes. I feel like we're going to land on an hour. How are we? Does anybody else want to guess what we're going to get? I'll give you a little bit to lock in your answers. So we've got 40, 35, 40, or what the heck am I saying? 40, 35, 30, and I said an hour. All right, let's spin the wheel. $40 minutes. All right, I think we can work with that. Yeah, it was really close, wasn't it? It was really, really close. Kingston won. Let's go ahead and I don't know, do the clapping emoji for Kingston. Good job, Kingston. Great job. All right, how is everybody feeling? Are we good to go? I'm ready. Everybody's clapping for Kingston. I love that so much. Kingston, you got birthday cake and claps for your birthday. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Good luck, everybody. In 3, 2, 1, focus. Ooh, how did everybody do? Tell me all the things. Looks like Elizabeth had to leave, but that's all right. Hopefully she can pop back in or maybe join us on another sprint or a stream some other time. Let me know in the chat how you did. I was able to write, I would say, without doing the calculations, because I, to be honest, wasn't really keeping track. I think I wrote around just a little under 400 words during that sprint. I wrote this. I think it's funny, but I don't know. Some people might not think it's funny, but there's this scene where Delaney, my main character, is trying to get a child to stop playing near the edge of the woods, and she has to resort to some maybe morally gray methods to get him to leave, and it's just funny. But that one, I was able to kind of almost rip through that scene a little bit. I wrote it really, really fast. Let's see. Kingston got a lot done, still a lot for AP Chemistry. Ooh. Chemistry is rough. I've never taken chemistry, and there's good reasons for that. Primarily because I couldn't handle the math involved personally, but I feel for you, Kingston. I feel for you. Holly's here. Hi, Holly. Holly got 94 words, but I haven't been here long, and I've been battling the mosquitoes. I might need to go inside. Yeah, the mosquitoes in your yard, Holly, are no joke. I know they like eat you up every single time. JK says, no words written as YouTube didn't notify me. How dare YouTube not notify you, JK? How dare they? I cannot believe it. But you're here now, and we're definitely going to be doing some more sprints. So you'll get some work done, I'm sure. Chloe is going to head off to bed because it's 1 a.m. Yes. Please get some sleep, Chloe. Thank you so much for joining us. I hope you were able to get a lot done. Maybe we'll see you next time. Are you working on your sugar and spice book, JK? Let me know. Also, do we want to hear last lines? Because we could do last lines, or as a special treat, if you want, I can read some of the scene that I just wrote. Good. I'm glad you got a lot done. I am so glad. Maybe you can join us next time. Maybe you'll be able to stick around if you. I don't know what time it would be for you on our Saturday stream. That might be a little too early for you, I think, probably. But if you can join us, feel free. Do we want last lines and then maybe trivia before we jump into the next sprint? How do we feel? What's the verdict? Okay, looks like Holly shared a last line. Her pale blonde hair, streaked with gray, was twisted elaborately on top of her head, as it always was. The slight scowl was also where it always was. Ready for trivia. Okay, we'll do a trivia question in just a second. You see where I'm going, but I'm not sure about the repetition. Yeah, sometimes I feel like sometimes you kind of just have to, like, there are definitely going to be cases of repetition, I think, in any first draft. I think that's something that you can fix in editing, but if you want, there is a resource that I use. It's called Word Hippo. Definitely check it out, because you can easily look up alternatives to words that mean the same thing, so that you're not repeating the same type of word or structure. I guess that you can kind of play around with it to maybe choose different words I guess. I'm going to read my last line, and then we're going to do a trivia question for Kingston. So my last line was, a cold kind of pressure forms between her shoulder blades and the small of her back. She's about to realize that she's being watched. So you know that like pressure you get when you're like, you turn off the light and you have to run up the stairs, and you feel like there's something watching you. That's the kind of pressure that I'm trying to describe here. Okay. The trivia question is, what is the capital of Australia? Hungary and Sydney. So Hungary is actually a country, not a capital in Australia, and Sydney is incorrect. The capital city of Australia is actually Canberra, or I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it correctly, but it's Canberra. I'll type it in here so that you guys can see what that sound or what it's spelled like. But Australians pronounce their city names differently, so it's Canberra, sort of, I guess. So I would not have gotten that. Never even heard of it. Yeah, a lot. It's not a well-known city in Australia for the rest of the, like, it's not what you think about when you think about Australia. When I think about Australia, I think of like Perth, Cairns, Sydney, Melbourne, the Gold Coast. Like, I think of those things. I don't think of Canberra. Dang it. It's okay, Kingston. You'll get the next one. You'll get the next one. I'll try to make it a little easier next time, or maybe something that I think you would know. Maybe we'll do like some chemistry trivia to help you with your homework. You're so welcome. All right, should we do another sprint, you guys? Depending on how long this next sprint is, this might be the last one, but I do want to do at least one more. All right. Feel free to type your guesses into the chat. I think that we're going to land on 45 minutes this time. So Kingston says 20. Holly says, yeah, I need to write more. That's so fair. Holly says 35. I'm saying 45. Anybody else care to guess? I'll give you 5 seconds to lock in your answers. All right. We'll spin the spinning thing. Five minutes. All right, let me get this updated here. Oops. So Holly got it. So let's go ahead and add some clapping emojis to the chat for Holly. Congratulations, Holly. Great job. Yay, what do I get? All right, we've got 35 minutes on the clock. I think we're ready to focus. We all have this. We can do it. Kingston, you're going to get your homework done. Holly, you're going to write 3,000 words. I'm going to finish this chapter, start a new one. We got this, you guys. We can do it. Okay? All right, if everybody is ready to focus, we've got 3, 2, 1, 35 on the clock. Go. Good luck. All right. How did everybody do? I know we had some comments about how the 32 minutes went by really quickly. Yeah, it really does, doesn't it? Sometimes I feel like I'm on fast forward through some of these sprints. How did everybody do? Let me know in the chat. I did around 220 words during that sprint, but I finished a chapter. And a lot of that is also because my dog was begging me for something like literally the whole time. Not sure what he wants yet, probably food or something of the sort. But he was begging me the whole time, and I just can't concentrate when he's in my face breathing like that. Wow, it's dark right away. Yes. It gets dark quick here. Holly did 2:45. That's awesome. Congratulations. It was great. Still a lot, but great. I think I did 100 word. My dog begs too. What kind of dog do you have, Kingston? Mine is a Siberian Husky Malamute mix. He is the most annoying but cute dog on the face of the planet, in my opinion. Let's do last lines really quick, and then we'll do a trivia question. One final trivia question for Kingston, and then I think we're going to wrap it up. I don't think I have another sprint in me, and my dog needs something, so can't be neglecting him. My last line was, "It's dusk by the time she breaks from the woods and into the clearing." A breed mix, Weimaraner and Pit Bull. Very nice. I love Weimaraners. I also like Pit Bulls, but I'm wary of them because I was bitten by one earlier this year. That was not a fun experience for me. I know not all Pit Bulls are like that, but it was really scary. So now every single time I see one, I'm just like hesitant, you know? Holly's last line was, "I didn't want to open that can of very complicated worms." Nice. Very nice. What chapter are you in now, Holly? Let me know. I do have a trivia question for you, Kingston. Are you ready? Or for anybody who wants to answer the trivia question. Sorry to hear that. My dog is friendly, but he plays hard and rough. Yes. This situation with the dog bite, I have talked about it a couple of times in videos and stuff, but this was actually my neighbor's dog. I was just in the hallway and they opened their door and it ran out and it lunged at me and bit me. I still have like scars and stuff. You can kind of see it's like faint here and on my ankle because like, it bit me a few times. And unfortunately, this dog had it was just a bad situation for the dog specifically because it kept getting put back with owners that weren't training it and getting it the help it needed. So unfortunately, it was put down because it had a lot of bite history before it bit me. So yeah, unfortunately, it was just a sucky situation all around for both me and the dog. Holly, still in 4, Mia's point of view. Wyatt had just gotten kidnapped, but she doesn't know yet. Okay. You're getting there, Holly, and I'm gonna be on you about getting your riding time in. Hope it feels better. Yes, it does feel better. It's just a scar. It happened earlier this year, like in January. So it's just a scar. I'll probably have it for a while. But it does feel better. All right, I do have your trivia question ready. And your question is, who is considered the father of modern chemistry? I picked a chemistry related question just for you. So hopefully you know this. The trivia question is, who is the father of modern chemistry? And Kingston says Charles Darwin. Does anybody else want to guess? I'll give you 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. No? Okay. So Kingston, unfortunately, you are incorrect. The person who is considered the father of modern chemistry is Anton Laurent, some name I can't pronounce. I will put it in the chat for you. This is the father of modern chemistry, according to the website. I'm getting these trivia questions too. It could be wrong, but that's what it says. Holly says Walter White. Haha, I don't even know what to do. A real guess. Yeah, I wouldn't have gotten that either. Here, we'll do one more trivia question because we are going to get Kingston a right answer. Okay. I feel like you're doing AP chemistry, so you probably know this. Atoms of the same chemical element, but with different atomic masses, are known as what? You can do this, Kingston. I believe in you. Formula mass. Is this your answer? Here, I'm gonna put the question in the chat. So atoms of the same chemical element, but with different atomic masses, are known as what? Is this your answer, Kingston? Mole. Okay, so the correct answer is isotopes. Do you want to try again? A different one? Okay, we'll do one more. Okay. Let's do this one. I'm going to put it in the chat. What is the most abundant element in the Earth's crust? Kingston says oxygen. Does anybody else care to guess? What is the most abundant element in the Earth's crust? We'll give you 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Holly says iron. Kingston, you are correct. The most abundant element in the Earth's crust is oxygen. Let's get some fireworks or some clapping emojis or something in the chat for Kingston. oxygen in the ground. But I don't make the rules. I'm not a physicist. I'm not a scientist. This is just what Google says. But yes, a breakdown of the top elements in Earth's crust by weight are oxygen at 46%, silicon at 27%, aluminum at 8%, iron at 5%, and calcium at 4%. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a good night, and I hope to see you all in the next stream. Yes. Thank you for being here, Kingston. You did a great job on the trivia questions, and we'll see you next time. That is going to be the end of the sprints, you guys. I am so done. I need to make some dinner and to do something with my dog. I don't know what he wants, but he wants something. So we're going to wrap it up here. I just want to say I appreciate every single one of you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Thank you so much for being here. And we do these every Wednesday at 5:30 and Saturday at 8 a.m. Central Time if you'd like to join us for the next one. All right, see you. Bye.